shows your tires, buddy.
Video, Kyle?
Brand new ones.
You could have at least put the front ones on the back.
Lubing you right day and night.
And we're supposed to be powered by science.
That's very true.
We better be able to get two people on one train somehow.
Here it comes. Yep, that's it.
Because every time I'm in his office, he's sitting there and all of a sudden he just reaches like this and there's a piece of chicken in his hand.
I'm like, how much chicken is under your desk?
I overshot the R&D budget this week, so I'm going to need that $250.
Lubing it right day and night. Welcome into Facebook Live here at Hot Shot Secret, episode number
130.
That's right,
130. Yeah.
This week we're going to be focusing on our Antifreeze line, a product that most people don't realize we even...
What? We have antifreeze?
We have antifreeze, yes.
We do. Yeah, so we'll be talking about antifreeze today. Telling you about kind of the processes that we go through with ours, and it's a bit different, but we'll touch on it.
Yeah. As always, we'll be answering your questions throughout the show, so be sure to post them below. We'll be monitoring the comments on Facebook, and we'll answer the ones on YouTube after the show there. And we'll also be doing our giveaway as we get towards the end of the show.
Mm-hmm. What are we giving away?
We're actually giving away antifreeze. 4 gallons of antifreeze.
All right.
Their choice if they want red or they want the yellow. We'll hook them up either way. And you can enter our giveaway each week at hotshotsecret.com/giveaway.
Yep, just go on there and you enter your info.
Yep, and you can actually go back daily and get more entries.
If you watch live and you win, do you get a bonus? You get something extra usually?
Yeah, we give them a t-shirt.
There we go.
So,
okay, so if you do enter, make sure you tune in if you can on Thursdays live, and you'll get a little extra.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to know where you're watching from today, so comment that below. Let us know where you're watching from. Also, let us know how the weather is out in your area. It seems like it's ever changing right now.
Well, we're in Ohio. Yesterday it was pretty nice. It got mid-40s maybe.
It did hit 50.
Did it? Yeah. Sunshine. It was super nice, and then. Now I'm looking out the window. It's cloudy. It was snowing just a minute ago. So
yeah, I think they said mid-30s today.
Yeah,
so that was like a 20-degree change. That's pretty drastic, but normal for Ohio.
You know what though? I'm excited because I'm bragging to everybody in the office. So look at the weather. Well, I'm leaving. I'm going to Florida this weekend. So everybody in Florida, tell me what the weather's like. I'm going to be going down there. I know Kyle's in Florida right now. We'll talk about that a bit later.
Terry Howard, let him know. Let him know.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, let's kick off.
How can you watch?
Okay.
Tell us.
I don't know. I'm just the host.
It's every week, right? Dual stream, YouTube, Facebook.
Yeah. Be sure and like and share this video. So tell your friends about us being live.
All right, hit the subscribe button, the little bell, so you get notified every time we go live. And we're on Instagram, YouTube, and
TikTok.
That's right. We're on TikTok.
Right. We're on TikTok. Also, we got the Hot Shot Secret R&D page, so check that out as
well.
Yeah,
Aaron.
Aaron shows some interesting things going on over there.
Sometimes shows some different testing and things like that. It's a cool page to follow.
Why don't we kick it off with our Get to Know Us segment?
Get to know us. All right, who we got today?
Come on in. You want to step around right there? You want to hold the microphone close to you and speak into it so the people at home can hear you. There's only 2,200 people watching right now.
Oh, great. That's great. I've never been on live, to be honest, so this is kind of new to me.
Okay. Well, all it is, I don't know if anyone told you, we just have 10 rapid-fire questions.
Okay.
It's just for people at home to get to know the people that work behind the scenes here at Hot Shot Secret.
Okay.
So first off, what's your name and what do you do here?
My name is Brandon Crook. I am in the packing and picking and shipping line. I pull the parts, pull the items and put them on the shelf with the ticket so they can get packed and sent out.
So you're responsible if they get the wrong item?
Yes.
But not if they are not packed properly. So, okay, Let's make that distinction.
Yes.
So anyone gets the wrong item, come talk to this young man here.
Please don't.
We'll take care of you either way. How did you find out about Hot Shot Secret?
I went through ManCan, a temp service. I was in urgent need of a job, and I've been here for almost 3 weeks, and I don't want to leave, and Actually, somewhat tempting to buy that BMW. I love it here. It's great.
Awesome. Love to hear that. Where were you born?
Akron, Ohio.
Where did you grow up?
Here in Fredericktown.
Okay.
Right next to Mount Gilead.
Yep, perfect. What was your first job?
First job, I was a stagehand. I was going around setting up stages all across Ohio, and that was a fun experience. And then coming from there to here, it's like, well, okay. And then I got used to it, and I love it. It's great.
So what kind of, can you tell us like what you were doing stage
Oh,
work-wise?
stagehands?
Yeah, like what, were you like
I was
music or is it?
We did music, we did car shows, motorcycle shows.
So you weren't following one show, it was different week to week.
Yep, different week to week.
So you were the traveling circus that stayed close to home.
Yes.
Unlike the traveling circus I used to run that goes all around the country.
Yes.
So I understand that life a little bit. What was your first car?
My first car was a 2008 Honda Civic EX Coupe.
It's not a bad first car, really.
Paid $700 for it.
And it probably ran for a while.
Yep, I went to Colorado and back.
There you go. You playing sports?
No, I'm actually out of high school.
Well, when you were in high school.
Yes, I played football, track, wrestling, and soccer.
So pretty much all year round something.
Yeah, all year round I was doing something.
What's your favorite hobby?
Favorite hobby? Oh, there's a lot. Video games, working on cars, working, and hanging out with friends and having a good time.
Okay, you said working on cars. What kind of car are you working on right now, or current project?
Current project, I have two. One's a Volvo V70 station wagon, 04, and a 2010 Cobalt LT.
And anything special you're doing to those, or just need some work on them in general?
Just in general work. I might be doing a transmission and a motor swap in the Volvo, turn it into a sleeper, but I don't know yet.
Okay. Favorite holiday?
Favorite holiday? Ooh, Thanksgiving.
That's a good
love
one.
my food. I love my food.
Food and family, right?
Yes.
All right. Favorite beverage?
Ooh, there's a lot. If we
They
go
can
on
be
the
adult appropriate. That's fine.
Crown Royal Apple,
Straight up, or what do you mix it with?
straight up.
Straight up, okay. And favorite TV show or movie?
I gotta go with Adam Sandler. My favorite was The Longest Yard by him. And TV show, I would have to say Family Guy.
All right.
I'm pretty basic.
Yep. Eric, you got a number 11 for him? Bonus question?
Oh gosh.
Bonus question. As they sit now, what's faster, the Volvo or the Cobalt?
The Cobalt right now.
Does the well, let me ask you this: does the Volvo currently run?
It's having fuel issues right now.
Okay.
I think the fuel pump's going out and/or the fuel injectors, fuel rod's clogged somewhere along the lines.
Gotcha. All right.
All right. Well, thank you for coming
Thank
on
you.
and let us get to know you a bit more.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. I'm telling you what, we're at episode 130. We're running out of people to get to know.
I think it's going to time to start circling back to.
Yeah, maybe some people that haven't been on in a while, we can get to know them again.
Yeah. Because we always got new fans coming into the fold. I think
Right,
it's
that's true.
fun to get
True.
150. We just go the entire company.
Yeah.
Oh, Levi's volunteered for 150 already. Whoa. I'm marking that down.
Yeah, 150.
Levi,
The mysterious Levi.
150.
We'll get him on camera.
Yes. Yeah, he'll just use vacation on that day anyway.
Yeah, he won't show up.
Yeah, he's got like 92 weeks of
I
vacation
tell
a
you,
year.
even when we have like internal video calls, like just meetings internally that you turn your webcam on, he keeps his webcam off. He won't. He's like allergic to the camera. All right. Anyway, we got dealer shout outs.
Well, let's take a look at our comments. Terry Howard's checking in. Happy Hot Shot
What's up,
Secret
Terry?
Thursday. Hey, Terry. And he also tells us he's selling lots at the O'Reilly's with that special going on right now.
Yeah, we'll talk about that special here in a minute, but that's a good deal. All right.
Kyle's checking in as well with us. He says it's beautiful down here in Florida.
Good to
Sucked the
know.
last couple days, but. And Terry's also saying 70 degrees in the Panhandle. He's ready for some racing at Emerald Coast. Easy for me to say.
This weekend.
This weekend.
Yeah.
That's where Kyle's at. Glenn says checking in from Vermont, and Isaac from Cincinnati. So great to have everyone on here.
Yeah, Cincinnati, it's similar weather to us. Vermont, I don't know what it's like there.
I think they're getting some cold spells right now.
I bet. All right. Well, dealer shout-outs. I'm looking at the wall. Do we got any new stickers on there?
No, send us some stickers, guys. Man, we need something to cover our walls.
Yeah.
Over on the, for our dealers, we got, first one is One Stop Diesel Shop in Mandan, North Dakota. And one I know, Apple Farm Services over in Covington, Ohio, and I think they got a couple other locations as well. They're a Case IH and New Holland dealership.
So you know them from your previous life?
Yes, from my previous life. Bill Apple, the owner over there, Ken, and a couple of the other guys always were good about getting us equipment when we needed it. So.
Oh, good deal. There you go. There's the dealer wall. Send us your stickers. We're ready to get this thing. We're going to start filming some new stuff starting next week. So sooner you get them in, the better. We'll populate that whole thing.
Got some TV airings this weekend.
Man, we're always on TV.
Always on TV. Starting on Friday. So tomorrow, 9:30 a.m., we have Car Fix featuring Gasoline Extreme over on Motor Trend.
Yep. Saturday, we got a couple airings starting at 11 a.m. on Car Fix, or on Motor Trend. Car Fix, they're going to be talking about our shifter store. And then right after that, All Girls Garage at 11:30 is going to be talking about our everyday diesel treatment. And then 1:30, we got our good friends at Two Guys Garage talking about Diesel Extreme. So action-packed Saturday, and then we got some stuff Sunday morning, right?
Right. Sunday to follow up on finish up the weekend. At 10 a.m. we start out with Two Guys Garage featuring FR3. And then All Girls Garage concludes at 11:30 that day featuring Diesel Extreme. Again, both of those over on Motor Trend.
Yep. Yep, we got some. I think I maybe mentioned this last week when we were talking about TV. We got some new TV stuff we're doing this year. Of course, with our normal folks at All Girls and Two Guys and Truck U, we'll stick with those guys and do some fun things there. But we got some other plans with some other TV shows and some other producers, if you will, so we're pretty excited about that. Well, as those start to unfold, we'll share with you guys. Make sure you can catch those. There'll be some pretty cool segments.
Mm-hmm. Moving on to our feature ride of the week. If you look for our post every Sunday afternoon on Facebook, there'll be a post for you to drop your video, or your photo below. This week's featured video is by Kevin Bogg, and his Jeep there. It's a pretty awesome looking shot.
Looks like a good time.
Yeah.
I think Aaron would be jealous of that.
You better get us a good shot of the Jeep on the beach. Well, you're probably not taking the Jeep.
I'm not taking the Jeep. No, I'm going to get a rental car. We'll see what they give me. It's like I just choose whatever, and then they pick it for me. So hopefully it's something halfway decent. We'll see.
You're going to be like Todd and get a Mustang?
Nah.
Probably not down there.
I hope not. We'll see. We'll see. So that happens every week, right?
Right. Like I said, look for the post on Sunday afternoon. Post your photo to it, and we pick a winner every week.
It doesn't matter what. It can be anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tractor, golf cart. All right. Yeah, I just had to mention a tractor since Levi's here.
Yeah. We also do weekly with our fans a product image. So if you
This is new, right?
It's fairly new, yeah. So if you use the hashtag HotShotSecret, we look for some products being used, and we'll feature your image as well throughout the week.
Here we go.
This week's is by
Connor.
Connor Turner.
He's doing the whole setup there. Fuel treatments, oil treatment. Maybe next time changes his oil, he'll have FR3. He'll post a picture with.
That looks like an older truck too. That might be a 7.3. I'm not. Almost looks like it, but hard to tell with that visor on the top to say exactly what brand that is from that shot. But good looking.
Whatever it is, he's treating it right.
He's treating it right. That's for sure.
And then this, I tell you, this has been eating up all of your time, Josh. Been talking about it for the Steve Summers Overnight Drive launched January 11th. So How far in are we? How many weeks have we gone live?
This is week 6 or 7.
Oh, yeah. We do got some new updates there, right?
Yeah, so lots of things actually. We've been adding more and more platforms as we continue to go. So we're slowly going to move off the Hotshot Secret platform. So maybe the next couple days will be the last time you see updates from us coming live at midnight on YouTube or Facebook. And we're going to go back to Steve Summers platforms only. But while we're doing that, we've also added, we're now on iHeart Podcast. So that's one of our newer platforms. There's 11 different podcasting platforms. So Spotify, TuneIn, Google,
wherever you get your podcast
Apple,
from, essentially.
pretty much. And if there's
We have
one you
covered.
want, give us a message. We'll look into see how easy it is or hard it is to get onto the platform, and
We still got one thing pending. That's the iOS. That's an app, not
an app. Yeah,
Right.
so you can listen to on iOS on the website, overnightdriveradio.com. Go there, and there's a player to listen there. But yeah, the iOS app is taking a little bit for us to get approved on the whole process. I think it's actually caught up with our legal department right now, just to cross the dot.
All right, well, we'll get there.
Anyway.
But tonight, I always get messed up with it because it's midnight to 5 a.m., so technically this is the last show of the week.
This is Friday's show coming up tonight at midnight.
Tonight at midnight, we got special guests, Hotshot Secret, LSI, president, or founder, CEO, Chris Gabrelchik's going to be on. Is he doing the whole 5 hours?
He said he will do the entire 5 hours, so as long as people want to keep giving him questions, he'll be on the entire
That's what's
show.
nice when Chris is on, is he's open to any and all questions. So whether it's Hotshot Secret related, product specific, or just general lubrication and oil questions, he's your man to ask. So easy to call in.
844-844-3388.
He's on.
Call or text. And also you can email Steve Summers directly at steve@hotshotsecret.com, and he'll read your question off from there as well.
There you go. So even if you can't watch live or listen in live, you can email a question in ahead of time and
Absolutely.
we'll
You
cover
can email him one right now. He'll try to cover it tonight.
it. He's probably sleeping right now, right?
Yeah, he'll be
He's
sleeping.
got a weird sleep schedule.
At least he has one.
Yeah, that's true.
Stay in the loop on everything here at Hotshot Secret, including sales, news, blogs, and more. Subscribe to our email newsletter at hotshotsecret.com/email. And we'll have an email going out again tomorrow.
What about text messages?
Yeah, if you're on the website, you'll see a little pop-up banner, and you can sign up for our text alerts as well.
I know I get Hotshot Secret texts, so
We try to keep those to once or twice a week. We don't want to, be crazy bothering you the entire time. But
yeah, but usually they're good deals and good things to take advantage of. So
Right,
sign up for that.
So yeah, we definitely give you the specials. We try to keep you just, relevant information. We don't want to spam you.
No, of course not. Just up to date on what's going on. And just like Terry mentioned earlier in the comments about a sale at O'Reilly Auto Parts, Josh, we got all 4 products that they carry currently on sale. Stiction Eliminator, Diesel Extreme, Everyday Diesel Treatment, and FR3 Friction Reducer. What's the dollar values there?
So $8 off Stiction Eliminator, and the rest of them are all $4 off. So $4 off EDT, Diesel Extreme, FR3.
And tell you
It's
what,
a really smoking deal on EDT. Actually, all
of them, yeah.
But I mean, that's
I was thinking FR3 and Everyday Diesel Treatment, EDT, they carry the 16-ounce bottles, so they're pretty competitively priced already. And take another $4 off, that's a hell of a deal.
absolutely.
That's through end of March, so if you're got a local O'Reilly near you, go take advantage of that. And then we talked about, I think was it Terry also mentioned some racing this weekend down in the Panhandle of Florida, Emerald Coast Dragway. We got the Diesels on the Beach. That's March 5th and 6th at Emerald Coast Dragway. And I got to be honest, I don't know a ton about this event. I think they're expecting a pretty good turnout.
It's pretty much the first diesel event of the year. Diesel only.
It really is, isn't it? Yeah.
So it used to be the start of the Outlaw Superstock Series. And they went to a fall race, so now this allows them to kind of do something a little different. It's not all outlaws, but it'll be that. And,
I know people are itching to get out.
Street trucks and the whole thing. So, it's just a good diesel event to go to if there's something you want to go get out and see something and actually do something finally. And it sounds like Florida's really open right now to letting you do things as well.
So that'll be a good one. Then the next one is, what do we got?
The St. Patrick's Day 300 Classic. It's going to be at Galat Motorsports Park in Benson, North Carolina.
And it's presented by Hot Shot Secret.
Yep. And we're also presenting the live stream over on Motor Mania TV.
It's a tongue twister.
Yes.
Motor Mania TV.
Yes. MMT.
There you go. And then this is your wheelhouse. This is NTPA. What do we got going on?
Yeah, the Shipshewana Spring Nationals, March 19th and 20th at the Michiana Event Center in Shipshewana, Indiana.
Man, Shipshewana, Michiana, all kinds of crazy stuff.
When you're up at that border up there, it's crazy time up there. But
are you going to that one?
I am going to that one. Kyle and I are going to be heading out there. We'll have the full Hot Shots set up there, apparel, merchant, or products, the whole 9 yards. So come out and see us there and see some great pulling action. I believe it's 5 classes: limited pro stock, super farm, pro stock tractors, hot farm tractors, and the diesel pro stock 3.0 4x4 trucks.
That's right. Yeah. They got the diesel. Yeah. Well, that'll be a good time.
That's an all diesel show, which is kind of unique. You usually don't see that, but the whole idea of you're indoors, you might as well have some smoke to an extent. Like use the smoke machine because they actually exhaust all the fumes outside via a pipe system. And on the outside, the big blower fan. So I'm going to go out there and grab some shots of that being ran because it's really unique. You'll see this big 3 foot by 3 foot smoke thing come and just blowing it up in the air.
It's kind of like I picture like a dyno shop where they just piped out the building and you just see stacks of smoke coming out the building.
Essentially, yes, but we're actually pulling the air out of the building as well the whole time to make sure it doesn't get back. So we're making sure we've got enough
so the whole building is circulated.
Yeah. I forget, like, when the guy built it, it was new probably about 5-6 years ago, and he built this new system. It uses some new technology. Actually, it's driven by electric motor. And it has a generator that powers it, so it kind of feels like a hybrid electric car thing. But for someone that uses something a few times a year to have another motor to maintain, he says, I'll run a generator, and I also get some advantages to the electric motor. Well, what he can do is actually recirculate the air in most of the buildings we're in about 6 times an hour.
Oh, wow.
We're almost like cleaning out the air the entire time when it's on.
So for those of you who don't know, Josh worked at NTPA for, what, 10 years?
10 years, yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite class?
Oh, you're putting me on the spot.
I am.
But it's super stock diesel tractors.
And why is that?
Multi-turbochargers, diesels. To me, it's the super stock was the original tractor class. And to be able to see horsepower on display. So, like you talk about Fire Punk and that motor making, 3,500 horsepower. Right. These guys are exceeding that with multi-turbochargers without using nitrous. And to me, that's crazy between the pressures,
Oh, yeah.
200-300 PSI pressures on the turbo side. It's just an engineering feat to me. And I also love the sound of it. It's got a unique sound, The big turbochargers sound really unique, like the Pro Stock tractors.
So let me ask you this. I know like our local county fair and probably a lot of county fairs across the country, a lot of people, they flock to the tractor pulls. What's the typical class, if you will, that you'll see at these?
It really varies
Does it just depend?
It just depends. A lot of times it's based on who's local. So like our fair here, we have Pro Stock tractors. You don't see those at a lot of county fairs, but we have lenders that are local to the area. They help bring the class in. They want to see their class there, and the fair board also knows they will draw a crowd.
Right.
So, it's one of those, work towards what the people like. And a lot of times it is based on fans, If an event promoter or a fair knows that, hey, I got this class that people want to see. They want to see semis? Sure, we'll try to get semis there.
Yeah. Well, I know here locally we're a little farm town, so it's always a big hit. We got the tractor pulls, truck pulls. It's always that and the demolition derby. Those are always the rough trucks. Rough trucks get a good turnout. People like the rough trucks.
They had school bus races for a while. I'm not sure if they've done that recently.
I don't think recently. Anyways, man, that has to be thinking about summer. Can't wait. Was it like August, September, maybe start of fall? Yeah,
end of August into September here locally. So, and it's also great weather usually that time of year too. It's nice, cool nights and
just a good time.
Good time.
All right, so on to our giveaway, right?
Right.
Who's our winner? What are they getting?
They are getting 4 gallons of antifreeze of their choice. So either our 750,000 mile or our 150,000 mile antifreeze. And if you're watching, be sure to comment and we'll look and see, and we'll get you an additional T-shirt prize. This week's winner is Big Truck Biz, B-I-Z, at something.com. So Big Truck Biz, comment, let us know you're watching, and we'll before the end of the show, and we'll get you some additional prizes.
Here we go. There we go. Well, hopefully we get some Big Truck antifreeze for you. Yeah. All right, next up, I'm pretty excited about this. So, did we premiere the extended version of this video on live?
Yes, this video's already been out last, I want to say it was Wednesday or Friday, I can't remember. It all kind of runs together at some point. But the original video's over...
It's about 12 minutes.
12 minutes, yeah. So it's, it's a longer video, but we put together a shorter cut of the teardown from the D&J Precision Machine Executioner that was used in the Hot Shot Secret S10. This had 99 dyno passes on it, or excuse me, racetrack passes on it, and I believe he said 24 dyno passes. Yeah. And just to see how well the oil performed and protect the entire motor, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think we're going to keep the bearings, or maybe Fire Punk will.
Oh, we have them here.
Do we?
Yeah,
okay,
so we're keeping the bearings.
Yeah, so we'll try to get some real, you'll see in the video, but we'll try to get some close-up pictures and be able to post them so you guys can see. We're pretty ecstatic about it, and it's cool to see the guys, Levon and Drew and Bob, talking about it. But anyways, here's a kind of a shortened version of that same video of the teardown and the refresh of the Executioner.
Kyle, here goes your tires, buddy.
How's it? Good job.
You gotta click it.
We've used adrenaline racing oil in this engine, and it's performed flawlessly. We've actually always seen like lower crankcase pressures with Hot Shot Secret oils, additives, the adrenaline racing oil, and the first place that we see a lubrication issue is typically in the ring pack and the cylinder walls. So if the oil isn't doing its job and we can't keep a good oil film on the ring pack, we typically see blow-by increase. So Hot Shot Secret's oil has dropped our blow-by in the same engines across the board in every platform that we've ever dealt with.
Well, we've always ran Hot Shots in most of, everything that I've ever done as far as the, the friction modifier, all that stuff that, all of our pulling trucks. I ran this year, I don't know, probably 15 hooks on our other Enforcer engine, our standard cast block Enforcer. And I love that stuff, I've seen nothing but good come from it. Another big testament too to that sort of thing where it holds the cross hatches is the actual bull nose is still on the rings. It's not like when you got shitty oil or the wrong cross hatch in here, it'll sharpen the rings. It'll make them real sharp, but you can feel that.
Probably because it polishes it down a little bit.
Well, yeah, it makes it, it starts to wear the ring.
Right.
So there's absolutely no wear on that ring whatsoever.
No, I guess what you're saying.
Yeah, that thing would cut you. Like if you were to do this.
It'd be basically cutting a fresh.
Yep.
And that's the one that took the heat too.
Yeah, that's the one that took the valve.
So a couple things that we saw in the head last year that he wanted to address. That's why we did that. But otherwise, the bottom end, everything looked fantastic. Thanks to Hot Shots, adrenaline racing oils, absolute protection. It was phenomenal to see the cam and the crank and the pistons and the cylinder walls, but everything looked with good oil. And in fact, we still have some of these bearings here. Let me show them to you. Okay, here you have the bearings out of the engine that we ran. These bearings have 99 passes on them at the drag strip and 19 passes on them on the engine dyno. We made a best of 3,214 horsepower and over 3,000 foot-pounds of torque on the dyno with this, and these bearings literally look brand new. There are still the marks that you can see on that bearing from where they use the dial indicator to measure the bearings when they were brand new. I don't know if you can see that mark right there. That's a light mark they made in the coating from the dial bore indicator. And really, there's a lot of some scratches on these bearings because these things got put in a Ziploc bag when I picked up the engine. But you can see that the bearing was untouched because of the protection of the adrenaline oil. But altogether, it's just a testament of good protection. When you have oil that doesn't shear, it holds its weight and it gives a layer of film protection from your bearing to your crank. It is phenomenal that we can put that much horsepower through that many passes and the bearings still look brand new. So big shout out to Hot Shots and their products. We greatly appreciate their support because we run their fluids top to bottom on the S10, from the engine to the transmission to the rear differential, top of the line products.
All right. So that's cool to see a little snippet of that video, and I just keep thinking how excited I still am over this last weekend at No Lights or Lights Out with these guys breaking the 4-second barrier, doing a 3.998 at 182.
Yeah, 182.
Yeah. So anyway,
let's check our comments before we get on to the next segment. Roger's checking in from North Carolina. David Robertson wants to say congratulations to the S10 as well for breaking that into the threes. Tom says, hello here from Alabama. It's nice and comfortable at 72 degrees.
That's nice.
He said he'd like to hear him on TNC radio.
Oh, Steve Summers.
Steve Summers, yeah, dot live. So I will check that out, see what's going on there. That actually sounds familiar. Yeah, I think we actually talked to those guys. So
that's what we want to see, though. People give us recommendations.
Absolutely. So yeah, Tom, thanks for reminding us. I'll check into it. David Cesarius wants to know questions for you guys. I'm located here where Hot Shots is kind of hard to find. I was wondering if I can someone can become a dealer without being a mechanic shop. How much would I have to carry, full product line, etc.? Well, David, we can set you up. If you want to give us a call here on our 800 number, they'll talk to you and give you kind of some of the outlines. There are a little bit of minimums, but it's not a whole lot of product at the same time. So
yeah,
they can work with you too.
Yeah, give us a call. Talk to one of our account reps, and they'll see if we can work something out for you. I think the biggest thing is whether you're a shop or not. We're just trying to get product out to new customers. Let other people try it. We're just all about solving problems. So the best way we can do that is to get it out there to as many people as possible. So give us a call. We'll try to work something out with you.
Yeah. Brian says, just got heating oil and put Hot Shots in every fill-up. Never had issue with lines freezing up anymore. Great products.
Oh, good deal.
Good deal. So
that's good to hear, yeah. So, topic of the day. Antifreeze.
Yeah.
Coolant. Whatever you want to call it.
Everyone calls it antifreeze or coolant. Doesn't matter.
That's it, right?
It's the same thing. Well, there's actually two reasons for that, to an extent. So a lot of people don't realize you need antifreeze even in the summer because it is a coolant. So
exactly.
It actually helps dissipate some of the heat out of the engine back to your radiator. So it helps carry it through the whole fluid between the water and the antifreeze itself. It has cooling properties.
Yeah, no, we offer two different, about to be a third. Right now we have, as you see, red and yellow about to come out with green, but 150,000 mile and a 750,000 mile. So if you got the tractor trailer, maybe the 750s for you, or I don't know. Is that
typical? Your red 750 is typically for your heavy duty equipment and larger motors. So, like you said, semi tractors, farm tractors, implements, heavy duty construction equipment. The biggest thing you want to do when you're looking at for any kind of fluid is to look at, and it will tell us on here what kind of specifications it meets. So the red here meets ASTM D3306 and 6210. Doesn't mean a whole lot to most people,
right?
But if you were to go through your owner's manual for a particular machine, it'll tell you in there what you need. Or you can find the spec online or call the dealership, whatever. Or if they even recommend a particular fluid, you can go look at that fluid and say, okay, it's going to say on there it meets
what I need for my application.
For your application.
Right. Okay, and then ours, we do offer pre-diluted, 50/50, concentrate on totes and drums?
Yeah. So on larger quantities, totes and drums, we can do concentrate. So the nice part about being pre-diluted is we're going to make sure we're we're making large batches, and we're going to put distilled water in.
That's a key, right?
That's one of our keys to what we make it. It's a premium product is we're using a distilled water process.
Because otherwise you have, like say it's well water, it's going to be more acidic and corrosive.
You're going to have minerals in there, which causes deposits, and anyone that's been around well water or even your city water.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have chlorine in there, which is not part of the natural mix. So we have a distilled water, so we're making sure we're using a premium clean water by being distilled, but we're also making sure we're at the proper ratio, which is important as well for maximum performance. So not only are we, so we're taking a large batch, we're actually testing it for weight, and that's telling us how much water, and we're also testing it for concentrate amount as well. So there's a couple different tests we run on a final batch before it gets bottled, and that lets us know we're right in line with all these different specs, and before it's got to meet all those things before it goes into the bottle.
Right. So let me ask you this, Josh. Say, I've changed a couple of radiators in my day, but let's say I don't have any leaking, everything's good, closed systems, no issues. How often should I change the fluid? When should I drain it?
So a lot of it's based on what your manual will say for your vehicle. So our yellow's good up to 150,000 miles. Our red's good up to 750,000 miles.
So should you go by that or the manufacturer, or do they normally coincide?
They normally coincide, but check your manual. You're going to want to follow what's for your engine.
Right.
So that's the thing that always trumps anything, even no matter where you're at, what you're doing, always check your engine manual, because that's going to tell you exactly what their recommendations are. There's a lot of different applications out there, and they've done testing to figure out where they need to be at and design specs. So they're the experts on it. I mean, we're an expert too, but we know that we have the right additives and packages in there to make it last that long. Now your engine might do something else and it needs a little extra protection, or they're just going to recommend a little sooner flush and change, and that's fine.
Right, and typically, so say 150, 750 is the life of the coolant, and we know that based on our testing and what we put into it. But eventually, once you go past those numbers, the fluid will start to break down, and it won't do the what it's supposed to, essentially.
Essentially, there's also, especially in coolant and antifreeze, there's a lot of protections against corrosion and those kind of things. So after a while, that's going to break down those protections. So we're going to start having issues with, just in general, of potentially harming expensive equipment, radiators, and everything goes along with it. So it's a pretty cheap investment to go have a flush and change done to your system. And the other thing is you don't really want to mix types to an extent of antifreeze. So if your car or truck calls for a certain type, then use it. The yellow is probably the most common. It's kind of considered universal.
Right.
And then like you said, we're coming out with the green. I think that'll be.
Well, that's what I
maybe
was going to
next
ask you.
week.
That's what I was going to ask you because so there is different colors. Does it mean anything?
Not a whole lot. to be
Not a
quite
whole lot,
honest.
okay.
A lot of it's based on manufacturer's warranty issues, but there's not a whole lot as far as that part goes.
It's part. I mean, is it just to help distinguish, right?
Help
More than less.
distinguish, yeah, and I would say the red. The reason why it is red is because it is so. Red will dye anything else, so it's kind of like saying, okay, this is.
And that's similar.
It's got a little bit different additive package than
In the 150.
the 150.
Yeah.
It makes sense. It's going to have a stronger, just a stronger chemical, and the way that chemical, it doesn't break down quite as fast, and that's why it's a 750.
There you go. So, Chad just pulled it up. We got green on the website. You can go buy it right now.
Right now.
150,000 mile. All right. So, we know Hot Shots. We got our Hot Shot Secret brand. A lot of people don't know that we sell antifreeze. But we also, under the LSI umbrella, we do have another company that specializes in antifreeze and coolant called Fluid Recovery, right? Can you tell us a bit about this branch of LSI?
Yeah, so originally Kevin Adams has been on here a lot. He's our R&D director. He was into this antifreeze recovery effort. So it's we're actually recycling and reprocessing antifreeze. We collect a lot of antifreeze from garages here throughout the state. We'll come back here and they actually do a lot of different filtration processes, and it's just not this backyard thing. It's
Right,
really,
no.
It's really specialized. In
You should
how-
see the operation. It's pretty.
So one of the things they're doing is we use a centrifuge to get the heavy liquids off of it first. So the oils and stuff, we fling those out basically. We collect those.
Makes sense.
We're collecting those oils, and we're also firing a boiler here as well. So the boiler helps with the evaporation process of the antifreeze itself to help reconcentrate it. We also use that boiler to help heat our shop as well. So a way we're being very eco-friendly here. That's one of our missions and values here as part of our company is to be eco-friendly, and one way we're doing that is through our efforts to recycle antifreeze here in the state.
Yeah, it's pretty cool during the cold months when food recovery is running. Just like you just mentioned, it's built in through the floors or something where it's heating the whole warehouse.
Right.
That's pretty cool.
Usually the warehouse is warmer than the office.
I know,
actually.
yeah.
It's kind of funny. You'd think, oh,
Yeah.
they wouldn't keep production. They're very warm. Well, they're running the boiler full strength. And
So the key is try to be as eco-friendly as possible. We're one of the few in the state, if I'm not mistaken, that does this recovery and reprocess. But to also still put out the best product that you can buy.
Right.
It's not a diluted product. There's nothing different about it. It's still the best coolant that we can produce.
Yeah, and Brian, who's the guy that kind of runs Fluid Recovery here, I was talking to him about this before going on, and he gave me this pamphlet here, but it actually has in here, and I'm going to know it will be hard to see, but when they actually get done purifying the product, it's actually clear, like water. And then they actually add the dye back to it. So actually, well, the additive has some of the dye in it as well.
Sure.
But it's actually like a dye in the additive package that brings it back into new specs. So like I said, there was a big process involved in the testing part of it.
Yeah.
And I know that's one thing they really pride themselves on is how well they've been able to get this down to really a science on how to purify it. So when after it goes through the centrifuge, it basically, and I'm going to leave this very layman's.
Sure. Yeah.
It goes into a boiler type system where we're actually boiling off the water in it, and that's where we're collecting our distilled water right there. So we're basically got like a whiskey still out back, but it's for antifreeze.
Right. Yeah.
And we're collecting the water there, and then we can add that water back into the concentrate on the other side. So we got antifreeze concentrate on the other side, and add it back in together at the right ratio, as I was talking about that pure 50-50 mix.
Yeah. So it's a whole, the way they're doing things out there is full circle, very eco-friendly, and it's something we're proud of here because not very many people here in the state do this.
Or even the country, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what he was also telling me is you probably buy more recycled antifreeze than you think.
Yeah.
We're one of the few who actually put it on the label. We don't have to.
No, there's not a requirement
Not
that
a
you have to do
requirement.
that. No.
But we're fine with telling you, hey.
Because we know it's still a good product. It's,
Right.
It's going to do exactly what it says. Now, with that being said, we are located just north of Columbus in Ohio. So we make trips every single day, deliveries, pickups. Anybody local that runs a shop and they go through Coolant, give us a call. But
Yeah, because we actually work pretty well with shops as far as getting rid of the antifreeze for you, and then we can deliver it to you free of charge as well. While we're coming out with a truck to grab your used, we'll bring you some new at a good rate. So
yeah, and at a good rate, I say probably at the best rate. You'd be hard pressed to find a better price.
yeah, I seen his price. I go, how can I get that?
Yeah, right, exactly.
But I don't need a tote, so I get that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And we just talked about, we go locally for pickups and drop-offs. Anything else you have to add on?
Thomas has got a question for us. Why is red better, last longer? Well, Thomas, it really comes down to the additive pack that we put into it.
Yeah.
So to meet those specs of being a 750, it's just the additive itself is just designed to go longer lasting. And you really shouldn't run 750 in an application that calls for the 150.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any real harm into it, but again, that's what the system was designed for. So that's, like always, we follow what the manufacturers recommend. And that's why I would, if it says run 150, then run the 150.
Right, and I will add, this, you probably didn't mean this in your question, but some other people might get confused. Well, why is the red better than the yellow? Because it lasts, well, we could make a yellow 750. It's just, that's what's typical, so that's, what the industry.
And I believe there's a pink in the 750 as well. I believe it's Caterpillar or Cummins. I can't remember which one takes that. And we can actually make that as well. So if you got a garage and you want a big batch, we don't offer it right now in the gallon size, but if you want a tote or a drum, let us know and we can set you up with that as well.
So a lot of times the color doesn't really mean anything. There's sticklers that want to keep consistent. They want to use the same color over and over. The biggest thing is know what's inside the bottle, not so much the color, but make sure you're using what you're supposed to for the vehicle. Anything else to add to antifreeze? It's antifreeze, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those products that we like to feature every once in a while.
Oh, yeah,
just let people know what we're doing here. And
let me ask you, there is, I don't know too much about this part. It's not on the front here, but nitrite versus nitrate.
Oh boy, now you're. I got an education the other day.
Did you? Okay.
So, nitrite, you want to be free of.
Free of, right?
Those are bad. Bad in antifreeze.
Okay.
Nitrate is actually what it's full of, and that's good.
Gotcha.
So you want a nitrite-free antifreeze.
Okay.
And I believe that's only on the 750.
Okay. Yes. So on those extended, keep an eye out for that. Make sure you get that nitrite free.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. All right. Well, Josh, I ain't got nothing else. What about you?
That's it. Yeah.
I'm ready to go to Florida. As soon as we're done here, I'm checking out, man. I'm done.
I know you're done.
I got senioritis, so I'm ready to get out of here.
Well, you have yourself a good vacation, man.
I appreciate that. I certainly will try.
And don't think about this place whatsoever.
I can't promise that, but
you might be thinking about our video tomorrow morning. The marketing department.
Video. Oh yeah. So I don't know how many people from the company's watching. Probably not that many. So
I seen Larry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll keep it hush hush, but we filmed a internal video of the marketing department going around the different departments in the company here and talking about how we work together and help them and they help us, etc. But we put a nice little fun spin on it, and we're gonna debut it tomorrow morning at every Friday. We have a company huddle where everybody gets together. And we just go over week highlights and what's new, what's coming up, etc., keeping everybody in the loop. And so tomorrow morning we're going to debut that video. So you're right. I might zoom in for that just so I can watch it and catch everybody's reaction.
Yeah. David did chime in and says Cummins has pink even in the 6.7 pickups. and he believes the new cats are as well. So
there you go. Yeah.
So maybe we need to look at adding pink to our lineup if that's the case.
Maybe.
There's a lot of 6.7s.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure.
Well, let's wrap up the show with Kyle helped put together another video on the last week's run of the S10.
Yeah, this is kind of a recap of the lights out 399 run of the Fire Punk Hot Shot Secret S10, but you might have seen some other videos of the actual pass, and of course that's in this video, but it's kind of like a lead up, if you will. I don't know. Just you'll watch it and check it out. You'll see.
Chad, roll that video.
What is possible? Since the creation of the diesel engine nearly 125 years ago, the limits of performance and power have been constantly pushed. To achieve what was once thought to be unattainable took a team with unwavering persistence, an unrivaled passion, a dedication to overcome any obstacle, with a belief of what they sought after was truly within reach, and a willingness to sacrifice it all. There can only be one first, opening the door for many to follow. On February 25th, 2021, a new entry into the history books of diesel motorsports was written.
Yeah, dude, that is awesome. That is awesome!
Congratulations to Firepunk Diesel for making what was impossible possible.
See, cool video. I dig it.
Yep.
I dig it. I still say that the best part of this whole thing is the reactions. You know, and on the track when they see the timer pop up, pretty exciting. But I think that's a good way to end the show, right, Josh?
Yep. We'll see you guys next week. Tune in right here again at Facebook and YouTube at 1:30 Eastern every Thursday.
Have a good weekend, guys.